Jose Rodriguez here once again. Hello, everybody. I go days and days wondering, what am I going to make a video about? And then I realized, you know what? All I got to do is read some of the comments on my channel. That'll give me some ideas because people ask really relevant questions about printers, how to use them, what to apply them for. In this case, this person wants to know what would be the best printer for photo albums. Okay, now, depending where you live in the world, you may not have access to every model printer, or if you do have access to some of them, they will be priced incredibly high. But what I suggest is a wedding album is supposed to last. Okay, don't consider something like the Pro-100 with dye inks, or an EPSON 1430 or 1450, or even the 15,000. They use dye inks, and even though they are OEM, they will not provide you with the longevity that a young married couple that stays married 50 years may want. I always joke about wedding albums. My daughter hasn't looked at hers since they got married. Okay, but anyway, some people do, some people don't. But at least when you commit to a customer, you should provide them with the best quality you can possibly get. And that means you have to use good paper. It's not going to be glossy, cheap RC coated semi-gloss or pro luster paper. It's going to be a nice fine art paper. And those usually require a good pigment set of inks. And since that is what we're going to consider here, they have to be at least 9 colors and up. So we have the P800, we have the R3000, that's an older printer. If you can get one of those that still works, that'll work perfectly for you. The P600 is the equivalent one. If you're not going to be printing monochrome prints, if they're all going to be color, the P400, which is the new version of the R2000, they all use pigment inks. Again, they will give you the longevity that one looks for. When I pay somebody big bucks for an album, I expect quality and longevity. Most photo albums will be probably requiring nothing wider than a 13-inch width. So you can consider something along the Pro-10. The Pro-1 is out of production now, but so that's out. Pro-10 from Canon, that'll give you the ability to use pigment inks. The P600, the P400 from EPSON. If you, for some reason, need anything wider than that, then of course the Pro-1000, the P800 come into play. Pro-1000 utilizes 12 channels, 11 colors, and 1 clear coat. The P400 uses 7 colors and 1 clear coat. They do not use a gray, so they are not really meant for monochrome printing. Fantastic for color, for strong, bold color, beautiful. And if you're printing on a luster paper by any chance, maybe a Beretta fine art paper, you can then trigger the use of Gloss Optimizer, and that will give you a very smooth, almost perfect look to your print surfaces. Because remember, pigment inks tend to have degrees of gloss differential. So on certain types of surfaces, it'll show up more than others. But all of those printers allow you to also print on matte media using matte black ink. So in short, just figure out what is the maximum size pages you're going to be using that printer for, and then just buy something slightly bigger than that. Okay? That will give you the ability to upgrade to a larger page size if you need to at some time in the future. And again, remember, pigment ink only, because that'll give you the maximum longevity. Also, since you're making photo albums for sale, OEM is what you need to use. Okay, if you're thinking about using third party, then you have to charge a lot less and tell your customers that you are doing so that they will understand what it is that they are paying for. All right, thank you so much. That was a short one, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. As I always say, happy printing, everybody. Bye-bye.